I built a $10,000 per month business in 19. And do you want to know what the hardest part of that journey was, bro? Because I think it's going to give you the experience and the expectations when you start your business journey, or if you're in it right now, to actually succeed. The hardest part was not sales calls, because that was actually quite fun for me. Hopping on a call and like the potential of closing them and actually getting the money sent to your bank account and starting this relationship, that was a thrill, bro. Even when I sucked in the beginning, that was fun. The hardest part was not that. It was not the self doubt I experienced 1 month in when I was not seeing any results, because I had this confidence that I teach on this channel to persevere in any journey to succeed, no matter what results you're getting, because confidence is internal. So I had the confidence, I had the thrill of sales calls. The hardest part, bro, was doing the same set of high leverage tasks every single day for 180 days straight. 6 months straight, I did the same high leverage tasks, which was in the morning, do some sort of outreach, which is sending out some sort of email, DM. I didn't do DMs, but text messages and cold looms to business owners or whoever your niche or target is, doing that for a couple hours, and then working on my product for a couple hours, and then doing some sort of sales process for a couple hours, whether hopping on sales calls or like making and refining my sales pitch, practicing it, practicing what I would do and my onboarding systems once I got a client. All those things individually were not hard, but doing them every single day for 180 days straight on a gap year was the hardest thing. I took a gap semester my second year of studying computer science and electrical engineering at UC Berkeley, because I wanted to learn how to do sales, how to do marketing, because I knew the traditional software engineering 9 to 5 at Google wasn't made for me. I'm someone that wants to have his own business because I believe that's the true path to huge wealth, and also just internal fulfillment, because you get to solve the problems you get to solve. I don't think life is all about getting the most high paying job. No, it's about choosing and finding your life's work and committing fully to that, because we only have one life on this earth, right? But that's besides the point. How, like, I want to share with you how I actually stayed committed for 180 days straight, because a lot of you guys can't do that. Even younger me was not able to do that. I would start something and I would quit a month in. Even if I saw some success, I would easily jump onto the new fancy idea. I remember I was doing this research project with this amazing professor at a really high-end university on robotics, and it was like my dream. But then once I released the my research publication for it, I immediately switched to the next thing, which was like, I don't know, I was building like this journal business with my friend, when I should have just stuck with that because I was seeing results. We got a freaking paper published in IEEE. But my monkey brain, I was so distracted. I was just like, okay, let me switch to this thing. This thing's cooler. I'm getting bored of this. But the truth is, the problem isn't the idea you're doing right now is bad and there's a better idea. The truth is, you have a foggy, distracted brain that is addicted to dopamine. And I want to share with you how we can actually shift that so you can commit to something for long enough and focus on something for long enough. Because again, the work is not hard, it's consistently doing the work that is hard. You're not consistent, and that's why you're not at your goals. You cannot put your foot down, your head down, and work at the same thing for 3 to 6 months in a row. That's all you need to be able to do. If you can just do that one thing, I promise you, you will be successful in anything you want. So set your goal. What is your goal? You want to start a business, you want to grow to a certain income month. Or if you're like me, you want to have a business that with work that feels like play. Make it very specific. What income goal do you want? What does the work look like? How many hours are you working every week? What problems are you solving? Once you have clarity on what you want, all that is left is to work consistently at it for months in a row, every single day. Now, how do you actually do that? You're not going to like this, but just listen to this fully. Please watch this entirely. You need to start meditating. And the reason I say this is because the reason you quit is because you have like these two sides, right? You have the angel and the devil. And the devil tells you in the morning, go check your email, go scroll on TikTok first thing when you wake up. The devil tells you when you're in your business model, go switch to this idea. This one's better. This one's going to make you more money. This one's going to have more status and it's going to sound cool. Your parents are going to respect you more. Your girlfriend's going to like that more. Whatever it might be. You have this voice that's telling you to shift your focus and distract yourself and chase the new thing and constantly chase the new thing. This is the same reason why people, when they come home from work, immediately they don't even have a thought. They just impulsively go to Netflix and watch a show. Yesterday, I finished a workout after like 10 hours of coding from like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., all the way into 9 p.m. I was coding straight for my classes. I'm back in college now, right? My last year. And then I hit a workout at the end of the night. This was with no food, by the way, at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. I hit a workout 9 to 10:30 p.m. Amazing workout. Hit a PR on dips, a plate for the first time. I was with my friend. It was a blast, right? But no food this entire time. And afterwards, I was walking around campus. And if you go to UC Berkeley, you know there's a lot of like yummy, tasty restaurants and food spots here, right? You got boba places, you got, fried chicken, you got like Himalayan Nepalese food. That's like my favorite. I love momos, stuff like that. And my brain was like literally telling myself, go eat these things. And almost impulsively, without even the thought, I started walking these places. But because I have a meditative habit, I was able to notice those thoughts and analyze them. And just observing the thought of me saying, of my brain saying, my lizard brain, my amygdala part of my brain, the fight or flight part of my brain saying, Mona, go get some boba right now. Just by observing it, it had no power over me. I didn't even need to change the thought. I just observed it. I just noticed myself thinking that. And then I was just like, no, I'm just going to go home and eat healthy food. I had a great workout. I'm going to power my muscles now with healthy whole foods and protein and veggies and healthy starches like white rice with my chicken. And I did that. I didn't cheat on my diet. But for you guys, it's the same thing in business, in your diet, in your workouts. You cannot experience discomfort because you're not even aware of your thoughts in the comfortable action that your brain is just telling you to do. Your brain is just telling you to check your phone first thing in the morning right now. Your brain is telling you the moment you're near failure to quit in a workout, in a set. Bro, you should see the way I train. It's insane. I was doing bicep curls yesterday, and this guy who's a track and field athlete at Berkeley saw me, came up to me, and was like, "Bro, this is heavyweight." In during my set, and he was watching me doing it, and he came up to me and he was helping me do partials. After I went to failure, he was leading the weight up, and I would lower the eccentric. I trained to failure because I have an anti-fragile mind. But it took time, and it's because of meditation. Meditation teaches you how to observe your thoughts, and we're going to do a meditative practice in this video so we can start you on this path because it's going to transform your life. It's this was the foundation for me to build a 10K per month business, to work on my goals without being distracted, because you can't achieve those things if you get distracted 3 days in, 1 week in, 2 months in. It just won't occur. The definition of losing is just quitting or giving up or changing. Whereas if you just stick with it and you improve every single day and you do the same high leverage actions every single day for your specific goal, bro, at that point it's just, how do we not get you distracted? How do we make you stay focused? So this is what meditation does. This is the best way I can explain to you it. It increases that angel side, and it almost drowns out the devil side that tells you to do the things that are opposite of what are constructive to your goals. It all the constructive thoughts arise, and you get to notice there's going to be this transition period when you meditate where you'll start noticing the destructive thoughts telling you to do the bad thing, eat the junk food, eat the high sugary cereal, skip that workout, skip that work block. Oh, we're doing hard work right now, let's just check our phone real quick, maybe we got a message. You start to notice those thoughts. Initially, these are the 3 stages. Initially, you don't even notice anything and you just do things compulsively. And you're always going to take the path of least resistance, and you have a dopamine addiction. So you're addicted to your phone. So you're just going to do that. You're addicted to sugar. So you're just going to eat sugar. And then once you meditate, you start realizing you have this addiction, and you realize the thoughts in real time that are related to that addiction. And the moment you can observe it, they have no power over you, and the addiction decreases. You will literally see this in real time. You will notice yourself going for the cereal box like you habitually do, but then you will notice yourself doing that, and you'll notice you'll have thoughts like, "Oh, I'm going for the cereal box right now. Why am I doing that? Oh, I had that thought of like, oh, I'm craving something sweet. Okay, I can just observe the thought of I'm craving something sweet and not actually enact on that thought. And now you're no longer enacting on destructive thoughts by just observing it. And then now you have the power to do whatever action you want, such as not eating that sugary cereal and going for the Greek yogurt. And then you eat it, and then you do it enough times where now you don't even have the destructive thoughts. You just have constructive thoughts. And that's when it becomes so easy. You need to go through that transitionary period though, where you have these thoughts and it's like it's a conflict because it's a conflict with your identity. It's a conflict with your original habits of self-sabotaging, eating junk food, you know, distracting yourself during work, quitting a work block early. You're used to that. So it's going to take a transitionary period where you do that and you notice it, and that's where meditation helps. That's how you get through. The people that go from someone that like me that was like extremely addicted to junk food, sugary food. I used to get a venti Starbucks frappuccino every single day in middle school because my mom had a clothing store. I would go there every day. There was a Starbucks right around the corner. I would get that. There was a pizza place. I would get a pizza or like gnocchi, which is like this potato pasta. I was addicted to these things. I would play Minecraft for hours. Even in high school, I would scroll for hours. I would watch David Dobrik videos for hours because I had this foggy brain that was addicted to dopamine. And I couldn't even analyze my thoughts. But the moment I started meditating, which is right before I started college, I started realizing the thoughts I was having and how they were not serving my bigger purpose and my bigger goals. And then I had this transitionary period where I was noticing those things. And then I just decided to just observe. And just by observing, I didn't feel compelled to do it anymore. You don't even need to change by just observing, your behavior changes. You don't need to forcefully do it. Just observe those thoughts that are leading you to the action that worsens you, that's destructive. And then you do that enough times, and now, bro, my brain, just like last night, sometimes I'll have the thoughts of let's do the boba, but I have that meditative practice, which is my foundation, which is my mental fortress to do the right thing. And then my default setting now, my baseline hygiene standards are to lift every single day, to go to failure every single day, to do hard work in my school courses, in my businesses, in every area of my life every single day. That's the default now. And I'm so happy because when you embrace discomfort, that's actual self-love. People tell you online self-love is having that nice, bath and having a night in and watching Netflix. Dude, when has that ever actually made us happy? Like, back to your most enjoyable moments in life, most proud moments. Was it you watching Netflix on a Saturday evening? No, it was probably you like achieving something or working so hard on something and being and achieving some sort of mastery in it. It doesn't have to be a gold medal or an accomplishment. I know if you just place all your happiness in your goals, that's a recipe for always being dissatisfied. But it's when you were in that flow state, when you gave that presentation, when you played that basketball game, when you had that sales call, when you had that month where you did amazing in your business, when you embrace discomfort and you overcame it, that's when humans feel the most self-love and the most amount of just joy. And just being present to the moment, meditation is going to allow you to do that. That's also when we feel the most content, is when you realize that now is all you have and you can just fully live in it. And then you combine that with the fact that you can just embrace discomfort. It's a wrap. And actually embracing discomfort is a way to enter the now. It's like the two things are connected. Doing hard things and then being in the now are connected. You can do hard things and you'll automatically be in the now, but you can also meditate and it'll be easier to do hard things because you'll notice your thoughts around distracting yourself and doing the easier thing, and then you'll just come back to the hard thing at hand. You do that enough times, now the hard thing is your default. And that's where you get your dopamine from. And now you no longer even need shorts because or scrolling or YouTube videos or junk food because you don't get the same dopamine from those things anymore. You get them from what you love and the work you do and the workouts you do. That's how you get rid of a foggy brain. That's how you become mentally clear. That's how you destroy distractions in the modern world. And that's how you actually ultimately find your life's work and your purpose. You cannot do that if you're scrolling. I guarantee you, if you watch Netflix every single night or every single week, you will not find your life's purpose because that time, it's not just that time, it's your brain is it puts your brain at a certain level or frequency that cannot even be open to the thoughts and ideas that align with your life's work. I can't wait to see you win, my guy. If you want the skills to meditate and actually build a meditation habit for life, to do deep work and focus, and my personal system on how I built a 10K per month business with those skills, including elite performance based confidence, click the first link in the description. It's the ultimate starter pack to destroy distractions in this age and build something you're proud of and build true inner confidence. I can't wait to see you win, my guy.